Hey guys, good evening. This is Dave with Moneyology. Hope everyone is having a great day. Today's August 14th, and we're going to do the second part of our series on precious metals. This is a sector, if you saw the video from yesterday, which we'll link in the show notes, where we reviewed some of the overall charts in the precious metal sector, gold, silver, gold miners, gold juniors, etc. It's starting to break out, and we look at things on a weekly time frame. So when I say it's breaking out, I'm saying it's breaking out on a longer term time frame, and this could be the start of a very big trend. So definitely a sector you want to be invested in if this is your strategy. So we're going to take a look at 10 names that you want to consider owning if this breakout is confirmed. And just a reminder, this is for education and entertainment purposes only. Make sure you do your due diligence, and most importantly, position size. Know your entries, know your exits, and make sure that that one investment doesn't kill you. So first on this list for today's part 2 is Gold Fields GFI. It's one that's had a great run already in 2017 from about 250 all the way to 4, so over almost 100% move here, and we think that this is going to target $5 in the not too distant future. Why do we say that? Well, it's here on the one hand. It's got a triple top formation, which could potentially be bearish, but its RSI has already broken out above this particular pattern, so it's definitely showing strength, and the MACDs are at a very firm level above zero. Stochastics are, on the one hand, you might say they're overbought, but this is where you want to see them if you're in the middle of an uptrend. Money flow is still moving towards a positive direction, and the accumulation line is starting to move. If you look at this on the daily and hourly, there's just a lot of bullish momentum. We like Gold Fields here. Next on the list is Golden Minerals, AUMN. This is one that's been consolidating for a better part of 2 years, between about 50 cents and $1, and we think it's well on its way towards retesting that dollar mark. But we think that this time around, that dollar point is going to be broken to the upside. But even if it isn't, run from around $50 to $1 is a good almost 100% move here. But we eventually think that this is going to test that 150 mark this year. Look at the cash money flow index moving towards a positive trajectory, and we like consolidations right below that 50 on the weekly RSI. Once that's broken to the upside, that's where the biggest moves happen. If you draw a line here just like that, we're very, very close to this upside breakout. Definitely one you want to consider owning. Golden Star Resources, GSS, another one similar to the one previously, AUMN. It's been consolidating for 2 years, and it's between, just like AUMN, between 50 and $1, and we think it's on its way to test that dollar mark once again. We like the fact that this is right below the 50 on the weekly RSI. Looks poised to break to the upside. It's above the middle Bollinger Band at 69. So and the MACDs have just crossed zero. Now, one of the rules that interesting patterns that we've caught on in the last several years is that when a weekly MACD breaks zero and you expect things to just take off, very often there's a pullback. So while it's very possible that we might have a pullback or consolidation for a couple of days, we think that this is in the very early innings of a very big move to the upside. Gold mining, GLDLF. Another one of those where we've had basically 2 years of consolidation between $1 and 250, and we broke above this downtrend a couple weeks ago. Ran from about 125 to 158. I know it's a little blurry, but that's precisely because there's just been so much consolidation. So from 158, we've gone and retested this trend line from the upside. Very bullish if this holds, and we believe it will. RSI is now retesting the area from where it broke out over here around about 40, 45, 46. So we definitely want to see this retake 50 to the upside. But for us, from a long-term standpoint, 140 would confirm this move back towards this 250 area where we think this is going to head into in the coming weeks. GPL, Great Panther Silver, one of our favorites in the silver space. Just a lot of great price action on this one, a lot of strength, even when other stocks in the silver sector have been acting very poorly. So here we had, from 2015, we had this beautiful rounding base, cup and handle breakout where you had the surrounding base followed by this bull flag pattern breakout, retested from the downside. Now we're having another base, and a break above this 130 area is going to make for a beautiful move towards 220. I mean, that's basically a 100% move. Definitely want to catch this wave when it starts moving. Gold, IAG, another 2-year base here showing a lot of strength, and this one appears poised to break above this 580 zone, and when it does, I mean, there's really no resistance here until you get to about $10 a share. So a lot of upside, beautiful RSI, and above the 60 area is very, very bullish. You want to see this get above 70 for the next really big leg higher. But you see accumulation here moving to the upside. You see the cash flow, in cash money flow, and firmly in positive territory. One that the upside might not be as high as some of the other names, but the downside, in our opinion, is relatively limited as well. Impala Platinum Holdings, IMPUY. This is one that's over the counter. It's a big company, but it just doesn't trade on the U.S. exchange. And also, we've had basically a 2-year consolidation pattern, and platinum's been one of the weakest precious metals, but eventually this is going to take off, and we're seeing signs that we're in the early stages of a platinum breakout in absolute terms, platinum breakout relative to gold. Our first price target for platinum is $10.50, so there's a lot of upside. Watch for this to break $3, and when it does, that's a buy point for a run towards 4. I mean, this has so much upside in terms of a leverage play towards platinum. We like it a lot. Look at MACDs are above 0. Money flows moving positive direction. Stochastics are getting set to cross 50. This RSI has broken out from this downtrend, and we think that once it breaks 50, that's when the big move is going to happen. So keep an eye on Impala. International Tower Hill Mines, THM. We've called this for several weeks now. Broke this downtrend from 140 all the way down to 44, broke to the upside, retested successfully. Now it's consolidating above that 50 line. We like this for a move towards 75 in the coming days, followed by a move towards 150 in the longer run. Above 50 on the weekly RSI is very positive and bullish, building momentum on the MACDs, one that you definitely want to have on your radar. New Gold, NGD. Another one of those broken downtrends. Now it's firmly in bullish momentum. The MACDs are in multi-year highs here, which is very positive development. And while it's possible and conceivable that we retest 50 on the weekly RSI, so possibly a move lower towards $3, that would be a great entry point for a move towards 4 or 5, and ultimately we think 6 is hit this year. So a lot of upside for New Gold. Finally on this list is Northern Dynasty. This is a chart that's very fascinating because it hasn't been correlated to gold as much as some of the other miners have, but at the same time it hasn't been correlated to the downside when the miners have been correcting. This is one that's had this beautiful rounding base, and similar to GPL, Great Panther from several years ago. So beautiful rounding base. Now we've got this bullish flag here above $1, and now we're really getting close to a breakout to the upside here above this downtrend from this bullish flag pattern. So should this break above, we want to see this break above and close above 150 in the coming days. We've been consolidating for multiple months right below the 50 on the weekly RSI, and that's what you want to see. You want to see strength there, and MACDs are continuing to curl towards a move above zero, and we think that this move can be explosive. Now, I know that there's some news that's to be expected, or many folks are expecting in the third quarter. I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't know much about this company aside from a great mine and a lot of political risk, but nevertheless, 350 is our price target, and we think it's just a great risk reward. The downside for us is $1. The upside is 350 in the short run, and we think has got much higher potential if the political news and the partnership agreement is signed. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Please do follow us on StockTwits at Moneyology, at Twitter at Moneyology, and please subscribe on YouTube and follow us on our channel. Please leave your comments. Thanks again, and have a great rest of the week.